Good day, everybody. This is a What Grinds My Gears, episode 14. Xbox needs a Thanos snap. Hey, everybody, this is Jez7780. Now, check out tonight. We're going to go and play Xbox. I'll be back on. Hopefully, I think I should be back on. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be back on tonight. But I've been just collecting some tabs of basically some articles and just things that I've been kind of thinking about putting together. And I just wanted to address it and speak about why I think Xbox needs a big, nice Thanos snap. They all got to go. They are just so disconnected with what's going on, what their fans want, and competition's running wild. And I just feel like we're getting all this exciting news from everybody, teases to E3, all this stuff. And Xbox is just sitting idle and just waiting and building and building and building this pressure for E3. And they are not going in with any kind of momentum at all. And they are just, and their silence is making everybody create narratives for them of the doom and gloom end of things. Hence, even myself having doubts and creating media such as this of explaining what the hell is going on, because I don't know what's going on. All I know is what I see. And what I wanted to do is one of the things that, and so like, a lot of the things we do is we just anticipate, predict, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And Microsoft just announced, they are, I think, the third most valuable company over Google now. They surpassed Google, so it's basically Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft, which is hooray for them. But that doesn't mean a damn thing for the gaming needs at all. It actually puts more pressure on them. Going, you're so successful with the lack of content that you're providing to the Xbox group and your lack of investment in studios. No wonder they probably took all their money and said, we're not making any new content, new games. Let's just keep all that money to ourselves, dump out whatever we got, recycle old games, say that they look better, sell everybody on this whole like resolution and all this other stuff. And we could, of older games, and, we'll have success there, and just recycle old shit, which that's what they've been doing for the last 2 years. Oh, and then throw whatever games we got, put them everywhere else, so we could probably get more sales, because our sales of the console, the install base, is so low. We need to focus on PC and go over that way. Which, I'm reaping the benefits of that, and it's just so. And again, it's just so horrible. I've been playing State of Decay 2. You could see my previous stream that playing it looked pretty good. I think it ran pretty well. There's definitely, the controls and stuff like that are just not there. Like, I was opening up doors, I was running straight. They need some lock on for human attacks. Like, I could not melee them at all, and I lost my guy. But it's a decent game. But here on the X, it's horrible. So, priorities, #priorities for them. But what I wanted to do is share my screen and go into a couple of things where it just shows the disconnect, and something over there has to go. I don't know if it's the Greenbergs. I don't know if it's the Shannon Loftus, who I stopped following on Twitter because I followed her because I thought gaming stuff will be in there. All she tweets about is politics. That's it. She don't talk about games at all in her thing. And I just think it's a little, you have a 1,500 subscribers because of probably where you work. And, and you use that forum to just share your political opinions. Like, I stopped following her because she has nothing to say about Microsoft Game Studios. Nothing at all. No hints. No, hey, good, nothing. She showed cupcakes, I think, when State of Decay 2 came out. That was as far as it went. She showed some cupcakes, which looked like cheap-ass cupcakes that probably I could have made better cupcakes than those. They just slapped some logo on a cupcake. But anyway, I'm not going to rant about cupcakes. But anyway, what I wanted to do is I want to show what I got going on over here. Let me see. I got my chat minimized. I noticed some people jumped in. Oh, yo! Ha ha! What's up, man? What's up, chat? Meds, Sick Humor, Burgundy, what's up? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little screen right here. We're going to go doing it live. Where the hell? Shit. Figuring out this bullshit, yeah. Let me see what's going on here. And I'm going to share my screen and just show a disconnect, right? Okay. So I think I'm sharing my screen now. And sorry for chat. I'll get back to you guys. So, games of gold. This was teased, people. This was teased a couple of days ago. It wasn't teased by Microsoft. It was thought it was a leak. People said, no way. No way. Now, everybody knows, everybody of my audience, everybody knows June is E3 month. I'm not talking about the guy mowing the lawn 2 houses down who doesn't know what E3 is. I'm talking about the core. And I always go back to Phil's thing, the premium socket, the socket that buys everything, the hardcore console owner, right? E3, June, E3. E3 is covered by CNET, The Verge, Engadget, covered by all technology. This is the mecca of all gaming news. All focuses on gaming and how big the gaming industry has grown. I give you example A. So, games with gold. People and you know, the media has been going on, even people on Twitter going on about Xbox Live. You know, why are we paying for Xbox Live? Xbox is free. Xbox Live is free on the console, on PC. I mean, I played State of K2 just a couple of days ago. Achievements popped up on my phone. I don't have my active subscription canceled. And I'm not going to subscribe again for this crap. That's right here. Assassin's Creed Chronicles, the free-to-play game Smite. They throw an extra 9 in there. Yeah, it's the $100 version. Yeah, it is. It's a fucking free-to-play game. And then you got your 360 throw-ins. We got Sonic Racing Transformed, which is a great game. You know, you could stream. I streamed that. That's on the NVIDIA Shield. You could stream that game. That game is really old. But it's a great game. It's the closest game you can get to a Mario Kart game, and it's pretty good. And Indiana Jones, a Lego game. Let's throw a nice Lego game. All eyes on you. All eyes on the gaming media. Subscriptions. Services. For a company that talks about services, and I know people say, and this is where I got an issue, because people go, well, they're free games. Bullshit. They're not free games. They are part of a service that you're paying for. You're paying $60 a year to play online. Might get it for $40, might get it for $50. But these games are part of a service. There's a reason why Microsoft added this to the service. It was in competition to the response of what PlayStation did last generation. But this is part of a service, okay? Yes, if you don't get games of gold, you're probably still going to pay to play online, which, again, that causes another point of controversy because your other brethren over on the Switch on Minecraft and on PC, on Windows 10, on all your exclusives of Gears of War, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, all of them are playing for free, using achievements, using party chat, using messages, using leaderboards, using everything for free. I don't care if they're not going to pay, It puts you in a predicament because you got a person that laid out $400 to $500 and it has to pay on top of that of an online service. You could, and basically the only differentiator between the PC and the console are these piece of shit games of gold, which has been horrible since Game Pass. All eyes on you, Microsoft. Thank you very much. Snap them. Get them the fuck out of there. Now, we go, but wait a second, guys. What about Game Pass? The saving grace. You know, Microsoft's friggin' buffet. Buffet of shit. Buffet of games. Buffet of exclusive. Huh? What the fuck is this? 5 games. Next up hero is the one that's really big because that game is launching first. I think it's over here. It's launching first. Oh, it's like Zelda and Smash TV. Oh, yeah, great, wonderful. They've been doing that. Take note of that because that is what E3 is going to be. A bunch of those games, next up heroes, launching first on Game Pass. So last year we got console launch exclusive. Now we're going to get Game Pass launch exclusive. You're going to get that. Now maybe they get a third party. Maybe. But my thought is Game Pass was going to be the star of the show. Hell, I went to PAX East. They were giving out the Game Pass coupons like crazy. They even made pins for them. They made a pin for marketing of Game Pass. They made little pins that you could wear around PAX East. I got like $10, $14, the 14-day codes. I got 1 month code. They made you use a surprise machine and then use a dispenser to get the Game Passes out and the select games. Game Pass was all the rage. That's what they're marketing. I expect E3 to be the same. And a lot of these games day one coming out in Game Pass. So you think, just like we thought when Sea of Thieves came out, that the next month will be strong to keep those subscribers along, and it wasn't that strong. I think they had City Skylines in it. That was their big game. And then now they got State of Decay 2 in the Game Pass the month before, this month in May. Now you have June. And June, all eyes are on you. If you're going to be talking a lot of Game Pass, somebody who's like, oh, that Game Pass, I wonder if I should do it. Maybe it's a good value. They're going to see what's offered this month. Now, granted, you are going to get Sea of Thieves and State of Decay. Those come with you. But they could have put a game or two this month to say what's going on. Now, maybe on E3, they say, hey, another game is coming to Game Pass today. That might be a little bit of redemption. But again, why? Why do we need to do this to ourselves? That's the thing that drives me. Why do I need to assume the best? Like, oh, they're probably going to announce something at E3, and you know, maybe it'll be announced to come out, and it'll come out that day. Oh, Game Pass launch today. Oh, maybe they're going to do that. Like, why can't you just put good games in there to begin with? Why you got to put shit games in there? Then I got to create a story. Which brings me to the other topic I wanted to talk about was our wonderful Crackdown 3. Their silence has created a narrative that Crackdown's canceled because they haven't talked about it. They haven't mentioned it. They just showed it as a Game Pass thing. But their silence, this entire generation, because they're so quiet, but they're quiet about their games. They're not quiet about all the other bullshit, the Halo arcades, the mixer sharing, all those other bullshit announcements that they make. They didn't wait to E3 to announce that wonderful mobile game, Miami Streets, and this wait to E3 is really just created by the fans. It's created by the fans. It's not created by Microsoft, because Microsoft has done nothing this year to tease us about E3, except telling us it's the biggest E3. The floor space is true, but it was just a mixer booth. So they have no floor presence at E3 itself. You got to go across the street to the Microsoft Theater if you want any piece of Microsoft. That's the only thing we know about E3. They didn't tease their lineup. Phil never said, I'm excited about our lineup this year. Where 2017, he said it. Now you could say, hey, who cares? Because the lineup he said basically is the lineup this year, because half that shit got moved to this year. So, but they didn't tease E3. They didn't say, hey, E3 is going to be big. Stay tuned for E3. And you see what everybody is doing. Everybody's building anticipation for E3. Bethesda just showed a little trailer. Tune in on June 10th for more. Microsoft still has not confirmed fucking Forza Horizon 4. They still never confirmed it. They didn't even show a picture of a fucking wheel. A fucking wheel! Saying stay tuned to E3. They're not giving anybody a bone. They're not doing shit. They are sitting there counting their money. And all of us suckers that are paying for Game Pass, and they're going to give us more shit like this while they're making money. So let's clap for them while they make money, count our money, call us the premium console owner that buys everything, we have no awareness. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I'm going to flip this right now. To your friends over at Competition. Look, Competition. We're going over this way now. Oh, shit. Let's go PlayStation Plus games. Look at this shit. XCOM 2. Trial Fusion. Those are some fucking games right now. Now, say what you want with a turn-based strategy game, XCOM 2. It's not XCOM 1. XCOM 2 came out a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Trials Fusion's the same. I don't know about these Vita games if they're going to be playable on the PlayStation 4. Usually they are. They're like bonus games. But there. These are not blockbusters, but they attract. They attract. Whoa. PS Plus. Damn. Like, okay, good. I'm getting some good games this year. But on top of that, this is why Microsoft, Xbox needs a fucking snap. They all got to go. They did this last year. This is when I bought my PlayStation. Last year when they did, I didn't get the gold one, but they put all their exclusives on sale. They called the Days of Play. It was all over the place. It was digital on their store, and it was in Best Buy and all retail. And they did it June 16th for the week of that. That gold PlayStation 4 flew off the shelves, and they won NPD for the month. And they had sales on all their exclusives. Uncharted. This is when I bought all my exclusives for them. And this is what started it. And also, I said 12 months of PlayStation Plus memberships. Yes, I did. Yes, sir. I'll take that with my PlayStation. And this is what started it. This is where I opened my eyes because I fell into this Play Days because there was a sale. Microsoft had a ho-hum E3. Sony started talking about Spider-Man, talking about all these other games, God of War. I was like, shit, might as well get my PlayStation. That's when I got the PlayStation 3. The difference is that I still stayed playing on Xbox with the PlayStation 3 because Xbox was still delivering me some good stuff. I'm primarily playing on the PlayStation and then jumping on PC to do some Xbox because there's not much coming on. But this is what happened. This opened my eyes because Phil said, I don't care where you play. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go spend my money and go try something like this. Well, Sony does it again. Another timed exclusive console. Say what you want. The blue and gold. It looks cool. Now it is $300, but the other kicker is this. The Pro is $350. $50 off on the Pro. They already beat Microsoft before a price drop. Microsoft, I was saying, maybe they'll announce a price drop at E3. Maybe they'll say, hey, the X is $400. They need to do that. But they probably won't because they don't give a shit. But they need to do that. And if everybody sits back going, nah, I'm cool, man. What does it matter? Who cares about sales? Well, who cares about sales? Microsoft is third. Sony, Nintendo's going to pass it up. If we don't care now, there's not going to be no fucking Microsoft. There's not Microsoft. I'm sorry. There's not going to be an Xbox. It is going to be just like your little fucking Skype app. Remember Skype? Microsoft bought Skype. Remember Skype? That's going to be Xbox. Remember Windows Phone? It's going to go to oblivion. It's going to be one of their suites. Office Suite's going to include a fucking Xbox app. That's what it is. The console, the branding, all the stuff that built me up to be an Xbox fan, the stuff that I follow them. It took them a generation to try to even get relevant in the gaming industry. That original Xbox was laughed out there saying, why is a big PC manufacturer making a console? They didn't have justification for it. And they needed a whole generation and hit hard against the competition to show they were serious about gaming. That 360 validated them as a brand. And they have taken every single bit of that and managed to destroy it. 2 years. And all is left is the die-hard Xbox bleed green people that are trying to keep the lights on. And Microsoft continues on top of that to step on them. And this. Look how this is just smart. Look at this. The VR is $199. The DualShock is $40. The Move, the aim controller. They're going to have local retailers in the stores all over PlayStation Days. On your console is going to be selling the console. All their exclusives, God of War, Game of the Generation, $50. Gran Turismo, $20. Fucking Forza 7, $20. Is it $20? Because I don't see it on any NPDs. Like, it's not like it's flying off shelves because it's the best racer ever. You could use the pump. Fuck, put Forza Horizon 3 when you got Forza Horizon 4 coming out. Oops, I forgot. They didn't confirm Forza Horizon 4. You know, you think maybe with Games of Gold, they'll be like, yo, Forza Horizon 4 is going to be announced at E3. Why don't we do a fucking wheel, have a wheel spinning, stay tuned to E3, Forza Horizon 3 is in Game Pass, or Forza Horizon 3 is Games with Gold. It's so simple. And I'm not talking about we need 5 and 10 blockbuster games. We do need that. We do. But things like this, like Sales, Shadow of the Colossus, Bravo Team, which that's not that good. Fall Point, $15. The Inpatient, which is a story thing. But here you go again. Look, all eyes on gaming. PlayStation Plus, $50 again. And then even PlayStation View. That even not even that great. PlayStation View. They're giving a sale on that shit too. I use the PlayStation View. That's why, and that's actually pretty good. But the Sony says that it's not really doing that well. They might drop it. But hell, this is the time. This is the time. Wait to E3 doesn't mean that you got to sit and stare at a TV for an hour or 2 hours on Microsoft's conference. And I'm going to stop sharing now. At Microsoft's conference and glued to the TV that Phil Spencer might announce something. You know, E3 is a month. E3, and I'm back to the chat now. But E3 is a time. It's a season. It's the June. It's all eyes are on gaming, in LA at least, and just in national media. You have to have your best foot forward. And Microsoft is not using any of the services that they speak about as any leverage as they go into E3. It has been the worst month for both of them, Game Pass and Games of Gold, to gain any momentum, to get new subscribers at E3, to get people to come over from the other systems, anything. They didn't even tease Forza. They didn't even tease Halo 6. They're not teasing anything. And when you see nothing from them, you assume they have nothing. And I'm telling everybody, they're not going to have anything. Phil already said that it takes time. They're going to have partnerships, Game Pass stuff, maybe game preview games that are in Game Pass day one, and they'll have some kind of partnerships like they have with Battlefield and maybe in Shadow the Tomb Raider, and maybe those games will have some sort of integration with their services. But the Crackdown, who knows? And I've tweeted it out, and I got actually a lot of likes. If Crackdown is not shown at E3, or Crackdown is not discussed at E3, and it's kind of just a no-show, and it's sort of like in the back, like we're delayed it, but we're not ready to talk about it. The narrative the media is going to create is there's something wrong. We already know there's something wrong with the game, but it's going to be Crackdown's canceled. Crackdown's canceled. Crackdown's canceled. Until they come out and say Crackdown's not canceled, it's coming out. They got to come out and say it, because right now, even today, Crackdown's canceled. And because they won't come out and be like, that's preposterous. Crackdown's not canceled. They won't say that. Instead, they just stay quiet and just go, oh, that was an Amazon glitch. That was an Amazon glitch. Yo, there was a glitch with Scalebound, and that was a glitch that excited everybody. People are hungry. People are looking at every little thing because Microsoft is silent. And even Phil's been silent. They all have been super silent. Yeah, they'll discuss it. Discuss it being canceled. That's right. Yeah. Well, or they'll try to spin it and be like, oh, yeah, well, beta's going to come this fall, this holiday, and Crackdown's expected to release in 2019. Like I was talking to Smooth, and we'll probably talk about it tonight, but probably I'm going to wait to E3 to spin it if it is delayed to 2019, which Aaron Greenberg said there was a glitch. He never said it was canceled and never said it was delayed, but he just said that was an Amazon glitch. Thing is, Nintendo drops bombshells with Pokemon. Bethesda teases their conference. I just see everybody. Sony comes out and goes, you're going to see 4 blockbuster games from us, in detail. Everybody's talking, and everybody's talking, getting me excited. And Microsoft's sitting in the corner, doing whatever the hell they're doing, talking about everything but games. And the reason why is, like you say, well, if you're not playing on Xbox that much, what does it matter to you? Well, you want to know what my biggest problem with them focusing on PC and focusing on the mobile market and all this other bullshit is that our games are suffering. Look at the quality of State of Decay. Look at the quality of Sea of Thieves. That Megalodon thing, it's a big fucking shark in the water. You kill it, and it's like, all right, we're done. They talked about the fucking Megalodon longer than it takes to kill the fucking thing. And when you kill it, you're done. There's no crafting. There's no side mission. There's no like treasure in its stomach and takes you on another mission. You kill it, you're like, yeah, they're done. Thanks, Rare. Wait for the next update. It's done. It was hyped to all hell like it's some downloadable. It's a fucking shark in the water. It's just going around. And you kill it. It looks better. It's not just tentacles and it's not just a fin. But that's it. You kill it. Good job. All right. Content over. There's your content. Like, and they give you a horn so you can horn to another sailboat to let them know that you want to be friends. So we got a horn and you got a shark, a monster shark. And that's the content that they tease for 2 months. And then, they're making teams. What are they going to do? They're going to make a shark. We're going to make a squid. We're going to have a merman. You're just going to put shit in the water and you kill it once and it's over. Fix the fucking game. Put some mission strings in there. Have some story. Have some narrative. You have a little story. The little campaign that they're putting in there is a fucking 2-week campaign where you follow the guy, you go find the shark, and it's over. And that's only there for 2 weeks because, the game is bursting with content. Oh, shit, we can't squeeze any more fucking content in this game. Yeah. This got to stay for 2 weeks. Campaign. Oh, shit, we can't. That campaign mission. 2 weeks, guys. We can't put any more in. There's too much content. Too much to take. That'll be overload. If we let that mission structure, we let that little story to go find the Megalodon, whatever the fucking stupid shark is. 2 weeks go. 2 weeks. Too much. That game is bursting with content. We can't anymore in. It's already jam-packed. Get the hell out of here. I'm just saying. They are disconnected. And somebody needs to go in there and clean house. They all got to go. Because the only person that keeps it real the same way is friggin' Major Nelson. Friggin' Major Nelson's the only guy that still stays all Xbox, and he doesn't tweet that much anymore. They don't talk about the brand anymore. Haven't anybody noticed that? They don't talk about the brand. Major Nelson just posts a tweet. Hey, get backwards compatibility. Yeah, here you go. They don't talk about the brand. And you want to know the thing that I was thinking about last night? And this is like my last thing. I don't want to take this thing too long. And I appreciate you guys coming out the chat. But talking about Halo 6, Burgundy Only says about Halo 6. Do you know what? And you guys could chat back at me about this because I may be wrong. I'm not the be-all, end-all of news. I'm just going based on my opinion of what I see. Since Halo 5 came out, there has not been, besides Halo Wars 2, there has not been anything out of Microsoft on promoting the Halo story. Yeah, that's it. You're right. Major Nelson, dude, she's been like that the whole time. He stays Xbox, though. He hasn't talked about PC bullshit, though, like the rest of them. But, he's the only dude that freaking acts goofy as he used to do back in the day. But again, you don't really talk about the brand so much. And going back to the brand, Halo 5, Halo Wars 2 comes out. There's not been any talk about Halo for the last 2 years, except for Master Chief being fixed. But like Microsoft typically used Halo as leverage in between the years of the game's release, like selling, we got a Halo movie. We got a Halo cartoon, like Fall of Reach. We got the other one, which was there was the cinematic movie with that. Then there was the Locke movie. Like they even made like a sequel they should make a sequel to the Locke movie. And I just mean like, just show investment. See, I'm so just beyond it right now, thinking outside the box after the Halo arcade machine and a tapping racing game. Microsoft, like, they've done nothing to promote their IP. Nothing for, like, Halo. They always just do, like, if Sony had an announcement, Microsoft will always come back with Halo. Sony will be like, hey, here's a game, and Microsoft will be like, we got Halo the movie. We got Halo the TV show. We got Halo the cartoon, Halo the comic book, Halo the book. Go to Halo Reach. The thing is that they have not spoken about Halo at all. Like they haven't talked about the story, what happened to Agent Locke. Let's expand Agent Locke's story. Not even a game. I'm at this point like, man, asking for a game is like fucking asking for gold right now. I'm talking about just acknowledgement of your IPs. Even like, even Gears of War 4 comes out. You introduced a new character. You don't have any expansion, any discussion. You just go back to hibernation saying we're working on something else. I hate Gears 5. You don't talk about, hey, let's talk about. They all built it up to the character, the game. And then after the game, there's no marketing. There's no talking. There's nothing. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. He is. But you know what? He's rude too. I mean, he don't shake hands. He's a rude guy. But he's the only one that keeps Xbox, though. Like, he's the only one that still does that. Yeah, I'll be on later tonight. That's why I talked about this stuff, because I don't know if we're going to get in depth. And I really can't talk PlayStation stuff on there, like about this stuff, because I guess nobody wants to see facts. But this is apples to apples. Games with gold, games with this. And you could say, like, oh, well, last month and this month, a different one. You know what? This is E3 month. This is the time to shine. Sony's going all out, but you don't give a shit, Microsoft. You don't care. You're just going to assume that us idiots, not me, but the Xbox console people, I guess, are just going to buy shit because they're there. You got them on house arrest or something like that. You don't. You told me to try PC. I tried PC. It's better. You know? Like, I tried PC. It's better. I go try on PlayStation. I go play PlayStation. Let me just play. It's better. It's better. Fucking share button. You have cajillion alphas, betas, all this stupid shit to your dashboard, but you don't put a fucking share button. You got thousands and millions of controller iterations. Fuck, you can make your own controller. If I can make my own controller, I'll put a fucking share button on it. The fucking Switch has a share button. You can share directly to Twitter. Microsoft needed 2 to 3 tries after 4 years of figuring out to share to Twitter, because they're trying to get you to use their services. They wanted you to upload to OneDrive. So you use the OneDrive cloud. Yes, everybody. And then you could do it to Twitter. They don't want you to go directly to Twitter. They want you to go through OneDrive first. OneDrive, because they want your services. So it took them 2 fucking times to figure that out. Because they said, oh, the feedback says that people don't want to upload their shit to OneDrive and then put it on Twitter. No shit. People don't want to wait. How many Xbox shares have you seen? They needed that for the X. They needed that. They needed people to show 4K screenshots. All this, like, uncompressed compression and a 4K DVR recording. I haven't seen shit in social media with any of that bullshit. And if we're really talking about 29 million, 35 million consoles, how many X's are out there? 2? 2 million? 3? Obviously, Xbox in a whole is selling enough for nobody else in the gaming industry to give a fuck about them. That's the real deal. And that's why when people say sales don't matter, or Microsoft not acknowledging their fans or trying to get back into the game, they have missed the fucking boat and they are out at sea. And they are never going to get back what they had with the 360. It's done. It's done. Nintendo's going to surpass them. Nintendo got Smash Brothers. Everybody's firing on all cylinders, everybody. The games are coming out. Nobody's complaining. Detroit came out. People are just playing it, having a good time. That game is incredible. This is not fanboy talk. Those are good games. And if you're not playing those games, then you're doing yourself a disservice waiting for a bus that's never going to come. No matter how much bullshit they're going to feed you, the Xbox bus is gone. You're going to get a fucking Winnebago going to pick you up now. With all bullshit in it. Some mobile games, some PC, some all bullshit in it. The Xbox bus has left the station. If you're sitting around waiting for it, it's gone. And if they don't get their shit together, it's already gone. They don't have their shit together already, but their bus is gone. There's not going to be an Xbox to worship or to excite about. It's not there anymore. They could come out with another console. That's fine. Who the hell is going to be around to buy it? When you could get another console that plays its own games. Sony's bringing the content. If you're talking about services, you got to bring the services. Look, even TV stations get exclusive shows and time shows. Everybody's doing exclusive content. AMC, it's all over the place. Everybody does exclusives. Exclusives matter. Go look at the MPD sales last month. Even on Xbox, it's so hungry, so thirsty over there that their exclusives are the top sellers. They matter. And that's where Microsoft didn't invest in. So tell me where their head is. Because I don't give a shit when somebody's like, well, they just stopped investing in games for a year or two. I have to say, why? It wasn't like they weren't talking about gaming. They were still trying to shove an Xbox One S down our face for $400 and then shoving and talking about an X coming out the next year for $500. They didn't seem to be shutting up about gaming, but on the back end, they just stopped investing in games. Who the fuck wants to be part of that team? Who? I don't give a shit. That's why we're like this now. I want to know why. Because they don't find that a success. They said the Xbox is not a success, and they want to go beyond the Xbox because whatever 29, 35 million, whatever they got is not enough to be financially stable to make a game successful and make money back on that game. That's why Shannon Loftus, the one or two times she talks about a fucking game, because she talks about political views all the time. She don't talk about games, but when she was on TV or on an interview, she basically talked about a game, and she said, she said that it's not financially, economically stable or economically feasible that we make a single player game, and what happens if it doesn't turn out well and doesn't sell? That's a loss. Yeah, when you're sitting there with bottom of the barrel sales, obviously you got to think about that because you don't have enough install base. Install base matters. It matters to developers. Fucking Cliffy B shut down his studio and fired everybody and is now drinking cocktails on the weekends before he was able to put Lawbreakers to the Xbox. He shut that shit down. He had intentions of putting it on Xbox, but he didn't. That shows that that is not a big install base. It's not. Look at the games that come out. All the Personas, the Neo, the Nier Automata. It's taken years. Even Hellblade took their time. Nobody's in a rush to put the games on Xbox because the developer mindshare. And the reason why I get so passionate about this is because I had Android and I went to Windows Phone. And when I had my Windows Phone, I liked it. It was a nice piece of hardware. The Nokia 1520. It was 6 inches. It was monstrous. I was bored of Android. I said, let me get Windows Phone. You know, I was all about the Windows 8. Let me do Windows 8. Oh, yeah, you put this. And all the talk for Windows Phone, you were at 3% because there was only 3% of the mind share was of the market share was for Windows Phone. Android and iPhone obviously dominated. And not that I was like, oh, Windows is going to come back and beat Android. No, I wasn't like that bullshit. I just liked the hardware. I wanted to try Windows Phone. I liked the integration. They had Xbox Live on it where you could see your friends and you couldn't chat with them, but you could do friends. There was some integration with Xbox on it. Wasn't no free shit they could get now on Android. It's better on Android and iPhone right now. But back then, that was a big deal. Like, you know, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But it was a 3%. But the talk at the time, I followed a lot of Windows Phone. I follow a lot of technology. That's why, you know, I'm not just a gamer and I don't follow like computers, everything else. So, exactly 6 inches in monsters, Kuhn. That's right. Exactly. It was like, I remember I held it up for a selfie, the 1520, and people like they felt like they were looking at a scoreboard at a hockey game. But that was big, you know, that's what I'm talking about. And it was a great piece of hardware. It was indestructible. It was a Nokia. And, you know, I liked it. And what I'm saying is that the app situation was dire. And I mentioned this on previous podcasts where, you know, the apps and Google did not put a YouTube app on it. But Microsoft was doing the same shit they're trying to do now, where they're like, hey, if you put it on Windows Phone, you could easily port it over to Windows computer, and then you make one app that just works everywhere. It's a shell, and it converts your app, and it goes over here and over here. So again, what they were trying to do was take the minuscule market that they have with phone and trying to entice developers to come over and develop for their platform by saying, well, not only are you putting it on the phone, but you're also putting it on PC. Similar like what they're trying to do with Xbox, going, well, UWP, you put it on Windows 10, we put it on there. Guys, UWP, Windows 10, what are we on, year 3? Year 3 right now? How much third-party support, how much developmental support have we seen in Windows 10? Has that store blown up? Has our Xbox App Store and games blew up? Has it? Age of Empires is still over there. That's a Microsoft game. Hell, they don't even want to port it over to Xbox. But it's been around for a while to see if developers are adopting it, right? We're 3 years in Windows 10. About 3 years in. Yeah, and Ant Money says DX12. DX12 was baked into the Xbox One X. You need to be fucking baked to make State of Decay 2 run better on the X. DX2 was baked in there. DX12 baked into the process. Baked my ass. Baked. Again, it's all bullshit. It's everybody looking for a win. But we're looking for wins when Microsoft don't give a shit. They say a word and everybody runs wild with it. And they're quiet as shit. But exactly, get back to my Windows Phone. So basically what happened with Windows Phone, it's gone. It's gone. There's some mobile architecture around. And, Microsoft said, exactly. You got to be baked to believe that shit. Exactly. But look what Windows Phone did. They got rid of Windows Phone, the hardware, right? And they put Office, because remember, Windows Phone was the only way that you could have Office. Remember, Office was not on iPhone or iOS. It was only on Windows Phone, and it didn't go. And now what happened was they got rid of the hardware, got rid of Nokia. We don't need Windows Phone anymore. No more hardware. And they put their apps on the other guys. History repeats itself, you think? I know we don't really want to talk about Windows Phone, but I'm just saying, history repeats itself. Get rid of the Xbox hardware down the line and just put Xbox as an app on your competition. That's what they did with Windows Phone, because they could not get the developers to make make apps for the App Store because they didn't have enough market share. And that's why with the Xbox, with them not being aggressive and going after Sony, where's the Xbox days of play? Why is the Xbox not on sale? Why did Microsoft not say, hey, we're going to have a special edition E3 Xbox One X coming out next week during E3, and it's going to be $450 or $400? Where's that aggression? They need that stuff. They need that spark. And I'm not talking about them announcing blockbuster games, but like just to get in the news, just come on. And now I'm seeing people like saying, I'm just seeing pop-ups that Perfect Dark might got leaked by Walmart. They think it's a fake. But, Perfect Dark would be a great one. But again, I'm excited about a Perfect Dark game. I hear that's a new rumor going around. After Crackdown being canceled, now they have a Perfect Dark. The thing is that I need to now find out what kind of game it is. I've seen such varying quality coming out of Microsoft that I can't assume that Perfect Dark is going to be the blockbuster Gears of War level, Halo level game is going to be. Or is it going to be some kind of cash grab, $40, not big budget, kind of just get the IP out there? I don't know. And that's why you got to go into E3. Like, I don't think there's going to be jaw droppers. Like, I don't know. I don't trust them anymore. It's because I've seen what quality has come out of them. There's been so much variety of quality between Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Gears of War 4. It was polished and wonderful, but the multiplayer was lacking. Halo had an amazing multiplayer, but lacking in the story, a misled story. Quantum Break wasn't what it's cracked up to be. Recore, oh my goodness, not good. There's been so much coming out of Microsoft, so whatever's coming out of them, if it's Perfect Dark and Battletoads, I gotta wait. Like, okay, well, what kind? Do I have to wait to day one patch to figure out if this game's going to be good or not? Because I don't know. And it's just now they have a varying level of quality control in their recent games. And again, like I said, what they've been doing is doing this stuff with quality control and all this other stuff has really kind of damaged them down the line. And we got to address this. We need to come out. Like, I understand where Xbox people don't want people to speak bad about Xbox because then it draws in the haters and all that other stuff. But you know what? And what needs to be done needs to be done. And if you're sitting there with a big smile on your face saying you're happy, then fine. I'm not happy. So that's why I get to speak. So if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. But I feel that I've watched a console, a brand, fall from grace, and they don't care anymore. And obviously what's happening too is they're making their fans not care anymore. Their fans are just like, whatever, I don't know. I'm just going to stick around. I got all this big library of games, like, whatever. And just sitting there, like Stockholm Syndrome. Like, not Stockholm Syndrome, but just just the Skinner's box, where you're just getting shocked enough, where you're just numb to it now. They're just numb to negative news and just being like, exactly. Daniel B says 1.5 billion people told us what they want. Exactly. You saw how those Nintendo fans went crazy over Smash Brothers. You saw that Pokemon announcement. That first game was like mobile. Oh my God, that sucks. Then they go, oh shit, here's Pokemon Go. And then they go, the next one, they're like, oh, and an RPG one is coming in spring 2019. The trifecta of Pokemon. They got their casuals, they got their hardcore, all on the Switch. And also, too, that mobile game, just hear this, that mobile game that everybody was shitting on is not on mobile yet. It's on the Switch first, and then it'll go to mobile. See, Nintendo knows, like, the content is what brings people there. You got to sell the hardware to remain relevant. If Microsoft doesn't want to be part of the console space, then get out of it. But just trying to sell the console as like an option for the TV, if you're going to half-ass it like that, nobody's going to buy it. And that's what they treat the Xbox as, because they care more about the consumer and they want to address where the consumer is. The problem is that you're selling a dedicated device that's made for a TV, a console owner. It's a platform, right? It's not a platform anymore for them. It's not. So I expect news to come in as that. It just kills me, though, to see it, because it just shows that just such a disconnect. And like, I don't care about the companies. Like, I have a Google, a Samsung TV, a Sony this. I have, I have Alienware PC. I got a Samsung one with Windows PC on it. I got Android tablets. I got the Vive VR. I got the PlayStation VR. I'm all over the place. I just go where the quality is, what excites me. And sitting on Xbox until the days of PlayStation of last year, I was bored as hell. And I was like, there's nothing much going on over here. And I tried other platforms, and I look back at the Xbox and going, you better catch up, because these guys are doing something. They're doing something. And it's not fanboy talk. They're doing something that's worth a damn. And it's exciting, and it's great for the gaming industry. You're over there talking about engagement numbers when people are fucking playing games. People are talking about Detroit Become Human. Nintendo's announcing three new Pokemon games, and where he is saying is Crackdown 3 canceled. That's the only one we got this year. And Microsoft is all quiet about it, right? They're all quiet. Fuck, they weren't quiet in January or February when they talked about Game Pass, and they slapped Crackdown right in there to try to fool us to think like it was coming. And then if they delay it to 2019, you got to go pay some extra months right now or cancel your Game Pass and wait for 19. That's another little tidbit too. Now, when they delay games, like, if you're going to take a subscription, we should have kind of foresight to what's coming out if you want to maintain your subscription, because I bet you at E3, they're going to offer like a 6-month Game Pass or something like that, or a 1-year Game Pass or something like that. And, if you think you're getting a certain lineup in a year and you pay for a 1-year Game Pass, like a game moving out to 2019 now, you got to go buy more months now to get that game. So it could be, yeah, the Coon 1985 says, speaking of VR, you going to give me one of those classic live streams? Yeah. I'm just going to have a blue screen of me just yelling, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. That's some funny shit, man. That game is pretty good, though. That Killing Floor VR game, that is a pretty good game. I got a couple. I just bought the Knockout game for the VR, and I really like the VR. Like, I think it's not going to replace games or anything like that, but it's just another way. It's like going to the arcades and playing in an arcade And I'm probably going to do, grinds my gears instead of just ranting about Microsoft all the time. I'm going to definitely talk more about the VR and just games because, I feel like you don't talk about games anymore. Like it just like I've been playing Detroit Become Human. Game's incredible. I just beat God of War. I was playing Ni no Kuni 2, and you can tell I'm playing up all the exclusives because these are unique games that are tailor specific for the console. Microsoft don't believe in that anymore. It has to be on PC, it has to be on, and you see the varying level of quality. The S runs it better than the X, and then the PC runs it better than both of them. How do you sell the best place to play, and meanwhile the PC is just destroying whatever your console is doing? Like it makes no sense. You need content. If you're going to drive services, you need content. And, and that's why I'm saying, again, they need the snap. They need a Thanos snap over there because they need a refresh. If they really care about this brand, this is the turning point, this E3. But because they've been silent and because they have not really went in with momentum, kind of teasing at some games or teasing at some doing anything, instead announcing Halo arcade machines and just weird shit, the pressure is so on them now to deliver that I don't know. Aaron Greenberg says they're not holding back. You know what? I don't believe them because last year they said they have 44 games. We got games. Okay. I guess. I guess I didn't see the same conference he did. They got 44 games. It was a fucking indie reel. Oh, we got 44 games right now. We showed 44 games on stage. What do you mean we have no games? Okay. So when he says we're not holding anything back, who the hell knows? Maybe we'll have 2 cars on stage this time instead of 1 because they got a bigger stage. The biggest E3 will have 2 cars instead of 1. So anyway, I'll leave it as that. I will get a drink. And thanks again for chat for coming out. Shout out to the chat guys. Ant Money, the Coon, Hornet, Burgundy. Think Sick Humor was in here. Thanks again for everybody interaction. Who is this? Black Metal Gamer. And my buddy over there, Meds Kama J. Thanks again to everybody for tuning in. And I'll talk to you soon. And again, this has been another What Grinds My Gears. And tune in tonight and play at Xbox. Maybe I'll keep it some little key. Maybe I'll be quiet. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what mood I'm in. But I had to get this out right now. But thanks again, man. Talk to you guys later.